And I started doing this with the ChatGPT, like I guess a year ago now, to kind of get a sense of, how easy is it to cheat with the ChatGPT. And I do seriously mean cheat, because so what I'm gonna do in the next 5, 6, 7 minutes, it's not something that you should be doing as a student working through the course in good faith. I'm doing it not exactly as a demo because again, it's not something you should be doing, but as your instructor, just keeping ahead of what's technologically possible. And so last semester, I've done this kind of pair, one with the ChatGPT and one I'm just challenging myself and competing with the ChatGPT. And I'll do the same thing now. So last semester, it was ChatGPT 4.0. There's a new model out, ChatGPT 0.1. So we'll see how much better O1 is. Now, I get the sense that O1 actually might be slower, but let's give it a try. Until we try it, we won't know. So let me go into test to student mode. I took a little bit of time at the beginning while prepping for this session to make sure test to student has access to the multiple choice timed assessment. And this is really the reason you shouldn't be using ChatGPT at all while you are working through this. Like, even if it's helping you learn, in this case, it's out against the rules. If you use any outside help at all, whether that helps you learn or not, it's against the rules. Now, you can use outside help after you've done your timed assessment attempt. So, I do say that 3 attempts are allowed, and that I do recommend that you study between attempts. So while you're studying, that's the place where you could use ChatGPT. ChatGPT can help you figure out which questions you missed, why, what's the correct choice, and why. So you could use it that way, but not during the 10-minute time limit. That is without any hint of joking or kidding. It's cheating. You shouldn't be doing it. If you've done it, you shouldn't admit to it. So with that, let me just set up and get started. And because this is a kind of a competition, timed competition, I'm gonna give a ChatGPT fair chance, and in the sense of I'm gonna give a prompt that'll kind of help me be most efficient in cheating. So I'll prompt to ChatGPT. Hi, I'm working through a set of multiple choice questions for kinematics. Uh, would you help me answer them as quickly as possible? I'm going to paste in a screenshot of the question and the choices, and I'd like you to give me the answer, maybe followed by brief explanation. I need to work it through as quickly as possible. So please give me the correct answer as quickly as possible. This isn't part of the time. That's why I haven't studied it yet. Once I start, then that's part of the time. So um, once it's responded, then we will. uh, so it knows I'm cheating. But let me hide the thought process. Like, it knows I'm cheating and it has no problem with it. It's okay. Again, I said that it's an amoral tool, and I do mean it like as a correct statement of fact. All right, I'm gonna start. ChatGPT 4 has been able to do this in like 5 minutes, so that's kind of benchmark I'm going with. Let me start and see how quick ChatGPT 01 is. All right. And just to be clear, during this, I'm basically turning my physics brain off, sense. So I'm not really thinking about whether ChatGPT's answer is correct or not. I'm just focusing on copying and pasting, and just doing this as quickly as possible so that my competition against the ChatGPT is fair. So double the speed, okay. and I'm staggering this copying, pasting. If that's kind of disorienting to you, sorry, but that's the only way I can go as quickly as I need to. So, um, correct choice is that. Question 5. You can see that I've done this many times. I'm very practiced. Oh, maybe I can beat my previous record with the ChatGPT. Maybe finish this in like less than 4 minutes. I don't think I've ever done that with the ChatGPT. Just because zero at the top. Oh, zero at the top changes direction at the top. Uh, I think that's the last choice, right? Right, so I already pasted this in, and I need the question 6. Rate of change of velocity. Question 7. Constant velocity is changing constant rate. Oh, so that'll be fine for this session. I might run out of those O1 responses for the second part of today's agenda, but that's fine. Then I'll just switch to, I don't know, something. Um, 6 meters. I did consider getting the Pro subscription, which is 200 a month. It's possible that I can get my college to reimburse me for it. I'll give it a thought. If I consistently run out of O1 responses, then I might have to do that. Um, I mean, pay for it and then just cross my fingers if my college will reimburse me for it. $20 a month, I'm just paying for it. I'm not, wait, I'm not, it's not worth the trouble of asking for reimbursement, but 200 a month. So something like, what is it? So if I pay for 3 months out of a semester, then 600 a semester. At that point, it's kind of worth the trouble of requesting reimbursement. All right. So I think after we finish this, the rest I'll switch to ChatGPT 4.0 so that I at least have some of the O1 responses remaining for the other agenda item. Classic monkey. If the let's go, he'll still be here. What? One saying, if the let's go, this one. Okay, let me submit an end. Just to make sure we have the correct measure of the time limit. 90%. That's the same as what ChatGPT 4.0 got. Let me see if it's at least faster. So, 3.7 minutes. Yeah. Think that's probably faster than last record, but yeah, about around the 4 minutes is how quickly I can cheat through with ChatGPT. So let's first find the correct answer for the one question that ChatGPT missed. I'm gonna switch to 4.0 so I don't waste too much. We preserve some of the O1 responses for later today. And let's first find the question it missed. So yeah, and I'll have it side by side so that you can see ChatGPT's reasoning process. So basic assay unit of speed, meters per second, that's right. Let's see, directly upward, the maximum height reaches 4 times, yeah, double the speed. You can justify based on V-squared formula, which is probably what, well, it doesn't say V-squared formula, but that's where that comes from. So question 3, you get that position as a function of time you are integrating. So I'm just thinking of antiderivative of each term. It's a b over 4 times t to the 4th for this, c over 3 times t to the 3rd for this. So yeah, that's the correct choice. And then this will zero out the integration constant. All right. Straight up and falling back down to earth. Upward is positive. Yeah, I thought this was correct. Velocity is 0 at the top. Changes direction at the top. Acceleration, yeah, is throughout the whole thing negative. Yeah, that's correct. Question 5. Direction definition of acceleration. Yeah, rate of change of velocity. Yeah, the rest have issues. Like this doesn't take the direction into account. So, correct. Question 6, constant acceleration motion. Yeah, velocity is changing at a constant rate, so constant acceleration. Yeah. Okay, question 7. Car moves forward 6 meters. Let's see, initial speed 11 meters per second, slowing down. So it moves for about 1 more second. Um, so average speed is half of this, so like 5.5 meter per second. So yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, you could use V squared formula. I did another thing that lets me to use my mental math instead. Average velocity times time and average me. Yeah, it's correct. So no reason to dwell on it. So, launchable with the initial angle, travels. So you could use the range formula. That's, I think, what ChatGPT is using, and it probably used it, right? So it's inversely proportional to G. That's really the important part. So, yeah, I think that's right. 3 times farther on planet X. So must have missed one of the last two questions. Question 9, initial speed. Yeah, 45 degrees. That's kind of what you would guess intuitively, and the formulas bear it out. Did I choose the wrong thing? Oh, I made a mistake, I think. So ChatGPT had the correct answer, but I believe I misread this question, and so I should have actually this one. This one is what I should have done. Because ChatGPT was saying the correct statement is the one saying if the boy lets go at the instant the water balloon is fired, he'll still be hit. The thing that was confusing me was it's not verbatim description of the choice. So as I was reading it, I kind of mixed them up. But it's this one that says, if the boy lets go of the tree, the moment the water balloon is fired, the boy will definitely get hit by the water balloon. Yeah, that's the correct answer, and that's what I should have chosen. So, save for my mistake, ChatGPT got 100% in 3.7 minutes. So, ChatGPT having actually gotten 100%, that means I don't really have a chance of beating ChatGPT on accuracy. I can only hope to tie it. So let me do this just as quickly as possible. So what that means is I'm not gonna explain anything. So I think that also means I'm not gonna write down anything. I'll do everything as mental math. I might use calculator. If I need a calculator, I'll just quickly bring it up. Um, and so it's what I'm doing is kind of a high risk move in the sense that in trying to tie ChatGPT on accuracy and beat it on time, I might actually do both, as in, lose on accuracy, miss a question because I'm going too quickly, and then lose on time anyway. But I got nothing to lose, so let me just do that. So I'm gonna use my second attempt here, and I'm just gonna work through it as quickly as possible, trying to beat ChatGPT's 3.7 minutes time. And again, I'm not gonna explain anything because explanation takes time, and I'm just gonna go through as quickly as possible. So let me just get things ready here, and we'll get started. Come back. 1.5 second to the top, average speed of, I think, no real time to double check, so I could have missed something, but I think I at least answered everything. So let me save progress, answered everything, submitted end. So I definitely beat ChatGPT on time and I tied it on accuracy. And I will say I do have an unfair advantage. One, I've written all these questions. I'm the question writer, and I've done this question many times. So a lot of the questions, I don't have to read the whole thing. I read the first two sentences and I kind of remember what the rest of the question was. So I'm doing a lot of this based on memory. This is ChatGPT's attempt, by the way. This is mine. So the total time is 5.8. Of those, 3.7 was ChatGPT's. So I only spent 2.1 minutes. So I beat it on time and we tied on accuracy because both of us got 100%. Yeah. So, yeah. Do I need to explain? So, I mean, you can actually, if you're interested in the explanation, you can actually do it yourself. So, for example, like, let's say, you're not sure how I got this question. Then what you can do is you can bring up ChatGPT yourself. And let me just do it here on the previous thread. I'm gonna change it to 4.0. So you can actually take a screenshot out of the the video, and you can ask a question like this. So I saw my professor work this out almost entirely in his head, except when he used the calculator to calculate 1.5 times 7.5, 1.5 times 7.5 to answer 11 meters. How did he do that? How or why? Or why did he do that? And again, you can just like take a screenshot from the video, ask a question like this, and I'm pretty sure ChatGPT will fill in the gaps in my thought process that I didn't bother to explain. Oh wait, that's wrong. Um, that's not quite right. I seriously thought that he could do 15 squared is equal to 2 to 5. I could. That's the kind of thing that you do memorize. Like 13 squared is 169. I don't do the calculation. I have it memorized. I don't know if I have 14 squared memorized. Do or do the division of that by 20 in his head. Maybe he could. I think he came up with 1.5 and 7.5 somehow, some other way. Is there another way? Yeah, it's okay. So sometimes ChatGPT doesn't know. So yeah. So this one doesn't quite work. So I'll say he is claiming that he used the relationship distance is equal to average speed times time. Does this help fill in the gaps in his process for 1.5 times 7.5? And ChatGPT might now finish the rest of the. So so yeah. It's a kind of quick math to figure out the time, the change of time, a change of velocity from 15 to 0. G using 10, I can do 15 divided by 10, 1.5. can do that in my head. And then average speed formula, yeah, this is what I'm using. Knowing the initial and the final, for the constant acceleration, average speed is add them together, divide by 2. That's the average speed. I can do 15 divided by 2 in my head. And then I couldn't really do 1.5 times 7.5 in my head, at least in a way that's faster than using a calculator. So, anyways, so since you can probably use a ChatGPT to get explanation for all these answers, I won't explain them one at a time. But I'm just it's man versus machine. I do think at some point ChatGPT will beat me. Somehow. On kinematics, maybe not. Kinematics questions might be easy enough that the overhead of me copying and pasting will never be below 3 minutes, and I can just do it in my head quicker than I can copy and paste. But later on, as we do forces, conservation of energy and momentum, there are questions where I can do 10 questions in 2.1 minutes. So at some point I'll lose, but so far I'm keeping up. I can again, ChatGPT actually got 100%, not 90%, because I made a mistake copying and pasting. So we tied on accuracy and I beat it on time.